So you've decided to join the C.R.A.B family. We're so happy to have you on the team. If you follow the guidelines laid out in this instructional video, we'll have you snipping and nipping along in no time. Now, as you know, here at C.R.A.B, we're devoted to providing meaningful, embodied, and fun experiences for our customers through facilitated gameplay. The game you'll be facilitating consists of these 4 stations: the lighthouse, the tree, the dock, and the workbench. You'll be spending most of your time here at the lighthouse, the central hub of our game. Now, the lighthouse is where players can hand in their goods for points. Your station will be equipped with a handy interface to facilitate this interaction. And when you update their points, the scoreboard will update in real time. The lighthouse plays sound effects for these points being earned, as well as ambient noise to immerse the players in our experience. Now, the final thing that the lighthouse does is house the crabs, but we'll get to that later. Now, how do players earn these points, you may be wondering? Well, that brings us to our second station, the tree. Here at the tree, players can use an axe to hit velostat targets which light up when ready. Now, if you do this just right, you'll be rewarded with a sheet of wood. These sheets of wood can either be traded in at the lighthouse for points, or to the craftsman to build traps, which brings us to our third station, the workbench. Before we get to the workbench, let's talk about the dock. It's this. Now, here, players will be equipped with a patented C.R.A.B Tech spear developed in-house by our R&D team, which they can use to violently spear fish, which can be traded for points. Or, alternatively, can be used to bait traps. Traps built at the workbench, our next station. Our last stop on our journey today is the workbench. Here, players can craft traps using wood from the wood station, along with our provided mesh tops. Now, players can experiment with different combinations of wood and mesh tops. However, only traps outlined in this cryptic diagram will be considered effective. Adequate traps can be traded in for points, but as we all know here at C.R.A.B, the points are pointless. The real crux of the C.R.A.B experience comes when players realize there's no need for them to be competing. The points don't mean anything. In fact, in order for them to survive the onslaught of mechanized crabs that comes at the end of each round, they're actually going to need to band together, trading wood for traps, baiting those traps with fish, and hoping they survive the final wave. By the time that final wave rolls in, players will either have learned to work together and will survive, or they'll be consumed by their own greed. We're so happy to have you join the C.R.A.B family. Welcome aboard, and remember, stay crabby.